I am going to dive into this. And you know what? I may just use my hands here. Hello, y'all. What's going on? Happy Tummy Tuesday. Okay. I am just setting up here in the kitchen so everybody can see. All right. So, as you all know, we are going to be doing some vegan style cooking today. And we are doing one of my favorite, which is a buffalo cauliflower. So for all of you who know me, besides me loving food in general, actually one of my favorite meals is wings, to be honest with you. Those who know me will know that about Keisha. I love my wings, especially what do you call it? Honey garlic. Love, 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 love. Even like a nice Thai chili. So rather than always going out and eating it outside where it's like sometimes the oil and the grease, it's like, well, it does a number on my stomach. I actually said, you know what? I'm going to make it myself. And why not do the buffalo cauliflower, which tastes absolutely awesome. And because I eat meat, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm all about, listen, if I'm going to eat something that isn't necessarily meat, let's say, like, at least make sure it tastes good and it's kind of like, you know, you still have that kind of bite to it. So let me tell you, this recipe I absolutely love. Hi, Auntie Dale, good day. So it's absolutely amazing. I'm really, really excited to be doing this recipe with everybody. So I hope you are all in your own kitchens, and let's get started, okay? So what we did here is I already pre-cut up the cauliflower into florets. So that's what you want to do. You want to try to kind of make them around the same size. And the reason why is because when it bakes, then at least it's going to all kind of bake together, okay? And you're not going to have like, you know, some soft ones, some crunchy ones. Like you kind of want it all to be the same, okay, so that it will cook through. I hope everybody else has their ingredients out. So let's get started. So get your whisks out too, because we're going to be whisking up some stuff, okay? So I'm super excited. I love this. Okay, so we are going to start with our dry spices first and foremost. So we're going to do cumin, and we're using 1 teaspoon of cumin. Alrighty. And get your trusty bowls out. I should leave that to the side. Everybody got your bowls? All right, so we have 1 teaspoon of cumin into the bowl. Then we are going to do garlic powder. Okay, so we're going to use 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. I absolutely love this. Yummy, yummy, yummers. Then we're going to do paprika. That's what gives it a little bit of that oomph from the cauliflower. And especially as we know, like I mentioned before, paprika as well as cayenne pepper, they're both from the same family, so they do hold its own spice to it. And that's where you're going to get a little bit of the kick. I'm not really that big of a kick person. I know. And of Korean descent, I always get I always get lambasted about that. What do you mean you don't eat spice? I only use spices, okay, spicy things, I should say, for flavoring. I don't believe that every bite should be burning, okay, your mouth off. Not cool. Alrighty, so we have our cumin, we have our garlic powder, and we have our paprika in there, okay? So we did 1 tablespoon of paprika. If you would like, you can add another, but it may get a little on the spicy side. And as well, if you are serving this to kids absolutely love this. You want to make a milder version, okay? So you can also even add in some honey or agave or anything like that, okay? So then we're going to do our 3/4 cup of brown rice flour. If you don't have brown rice flour, you can use an all-purpose flour. But for me, like I said, I'm making this also gluten-free as well. So I just find brown rice flour, it holds better, it tastes better, and it's a lot lighter. It's not going to like stick to your intestines and stuff like that. That's just personally me. But it's all good. You can still use the all-purpose white flour. For added kick, you can add cayenne. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. For added kick, you can even add in cayenne pepper. That's a great note to mention as well, on top of the paprika. So it's gonna be like extra spicy. Now I'm gonna use a non-dairy milk, okay? And I'm gonna do 1/2 cup of the non-dairy milk. Oh, and there goes my oven. If you haven't preheated your oven, preheat your oven now, okay? So we're gonna do that to, I put mine on 425 degrees. You can do 400 degrees if you would like. Okay, so we have that, and then we are going to do our 1/2 cup of water. Okay, so I'm just gonna get some water here, and we're doing 1/2 cup. And this is all going into the bowl. Time to mix, whisk. So mix, mix, mix. Okay, see that? So we are actually creating our batter here. Love this. And also, if you would like, you can also even take it to the next level. And you can even do almost like a curry flavor as well, or like have an Indian inspired flavor if you want, a South Asian, I should say. So you can even add in, since we did cumin, you can even do a curry powder with it, let's say. Okay, that would actually taste really good. Yeah, you could do that. You can do almost like a tikka masala as well. So you can even add in some Asian spices if you want to do more of like a teriyaki or anything like that's good. Looks good. Okay, so we have our batter ready to go. So we whisk that all in. I am just going to check my oven here. So I already got some going. Woo! All right. Excellent. Okay, so what we're gonna do, so I already just got some going. Since it does take a while to bake, I said I'm going to pre-bake some so everybody can see what they look like. All right, so we're just gonna move these over. Okay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna also need another bowl. Okay. All right. So I just pre-baked these ones, so we're just gonna remove that. So get your pan out as well, since we are around the stove. Get your pan out and line it with some parchment paper, okay? Not wax paper, because the wax paper at high heat, it's actually gonna like smell, and it almost smells like it's burning, and you may think like, oh my gosh, your cauliflower is burning, but it's not your cauliflower, it's actually the wax paper. So that's why I like to use parchment paper, because it actually can go up to 425 degrees, depending on the paper. You may want to read the box before you purchase it, okay? So we have our batter ready to go. We have our parchment paper with our pan already lined, okay? So what we're gonna do, we are now going to add in our cauliflower into the batter, and we're just gonna coat it. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna coat it, and we're gonna put it on the lined paper here. Okay, so get these coated. Let's remove this. So get down and dirty. Love it, love it, love it. So yummy, my mouth is salivating. Okay. And they always say one at a time. I just throw everything kind of in and just coat it as you go along. This is so delicious. I love this recipe. It is great. It's a great after school snack for kids. It's a great on-the-go snack for yourself, especially, let's say, if you're in your car or something like that, and, you know, you got the munchies, as I like to say. And also, it's a great app. Let's say if you are doing any in-home catering or anything like that, you have some friends over, you have people over, it's a great app to begin with. Okay. Let's get that all in here. Excellent. Loves, loves, love. And you know, it's funny, I was never a huge fan of cauliflower until I've seen cauliflower being like reinvented that's when I really started to enjoy it. I can't lie to you. I'm a broccoli kind of girl. All right. So get that all in. Now, it's up to you when you're coating it. It's up to you if you like a lot of coating on it or if you like a little. If you like a little, then what I would suggest is as you're coating, just kind of give it a little dab on the side, okay? To get rid of any excess. All right. Let's get it all mixed up in here. Super, super good. And it smells absolutely divine, even when it's raw. Oh, can't wait to eat it. Okay. So we're getting that done. Now, what I love about this recipe as well is anybody who, it's great for, and when I say vegan, of course, sometimes you can use nuts, but you can also make it nut-free as well, okay? So I did use almond milk, which is one of the non-dairy milks. You can use other milks, hemp milk, you can use, which is a seed, of course. You can use, let's say, soy milk, for instance. It's all up to you, okay? So if there is a nut allergy and or other food sensitivities, you can always cater this depending on the group in which you're serving to, okay? So just keep that in mind as well. And like I said, gluten-free all the way. Absolutely love it. Righty then. So we want it to get a nice browning over it, like a nice coating here. Just like wings, right? Just like normal wings that you would make. Super, super yummy. Okay, so I'm just throwing on some excess here. Yummy. All right, gonna wash my hands. Okay, check these out. Can everybody see that? Yummy! I can't wait. Delish. So we are putting these bad boys in the oven. Okay, 425 degrees. And those are going to bake. You're looking at anywhere between about 25 minutes, okay, for that to bake. So we're gonna set our timers. Now, we already pre-baked some, as I said, so this is exactly how they come out, how they look. Okay? So, super, super yummy. Oh, they're so good. My mouth is really salivating already over this. So yummy. Okay. So, we are going to take out another pan. And what we're going to do is we're going to get our sauce ready, okay? So let's get our pans ready. So we're going to take out another pan. If you're doing like just the one head of cauliflower, that's fine. You can use the same pan. So when it's cooked, take it out, put it into a bowl. We're going to get our sauce ready, sauce it up, and then put it on the same pan. But because we're doing two separate ones, so I'm doing my ta-da trick, we're going to get another pan. So I'm going to get one more pan here. Okay, my ta-da trick. There we go. Let's get some parchment paper. Love parchment paper too because it's an easy cleanup. Anything to simplify people's lives, right? Okay. So that's done. Now, before we do that, get your pots ready. Okay, you can get a small pot ready here. And we are making our sauce for it, okay? So, what we're gonna do, get 1 tablespoon of butter. So put it on, our heat is gonna be on medium. or you can put it up to high. It really doesn't matter, because all you're going to do is you are going to infuse your butter. Okay, the vegan butter. If you don't have vegan butter, then you know what, just use the butter that you do have. However, then it won't necessarily be vegan anymore. But I mean, you know what I mean? Just use what you do have. Like I said, if you don't have vegan butter right now at home. So we're just really infusing our vegan butter with our Frank's Red Hot sauce. Okay, the buffalo sauce. I love using that. So we're going to use 1 tablespoon of butter here. Okay. We're going to pop that in our pot. And you can use about 1 cup to half a cup of the Frank's Red Hot sauce. Yummy, yummy, yummers. All right. And we're going to mix these together. Super, super good. Okay. You want to mix it until it goes into a bubble. You're going to start to see it bubble, okay? But you don't want it to burn. And that's one of the reasons why we're using the butter, because the butter is acting as a fat in order for the sauce not to burn. So it's going to keep it almost like moist. It's going to go on so well. Okay. Yum, yum, yum. Just allow that to melt. Beautiful. Okay. So that is melting very, very well. See that? And that is going to be our sauce. Now, be creative, be inventive with your sauces, okay? If you don't like buffalo style wings, which I didn't for the longest while, feel free. Do like a honey garlic. Do a Thai chili. Do a teriyaki sauce. Whatever you love in terms of your wings, whatever kind of sauces, do that. All right. And this is ready to go. We're going to get our trusty spatulas here. Beautiful. This is ready to go. See, that took like all of 2 seconds. And now we are just going to coat our wings. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay, and let's get that all mixed in. So good. And you want to just mix it all up. Take that. Look at this. Exactly. The Frank's Red Hot. I'll put that. It's showing everything. Look at that. Oh. Flavors are just hitting my nose. So good. All right. And we're going to put that right on our pan. Okay. So good. All right. And just evenly kind of spread that out here on the pan. And we are going to bake this from anywhere between 15 to about 25 minutes. Okay, I'm really going to just do it for 15 minutes, about 10-15 minutes, okay? Since I already did cook these pretty crispy. And all you want is you want the sauce. I like my wings quite saucy. I don't necessarily like to kind of, you know, let's say too hard or infuse too much into my wings. I like it really, really saucy and wet almost, not too dry. Okay, so we are going to bake these for about 10 minutes. So since we already have the clock on, I'm going to look at that. Okay, now. So one of the key things when it comes to vegan cooking that I want everybody to understand is vegan cooking takes next to no time. Usually, especially if you're doing raw things such as zucchini noodles and things like that, it takes no time at all. The only thing that I am gonna say that takes up a lot of time is really the prep work in vegan cooking. So, and this goes with anything, to be honest with you. If you are getting back into the kitchen or you're just trying to, figure out and say, I want a meal prep or I want a meal plan. Very, very first thing when it comes to prepping your own meals, especially for the week and stuff like that, always be prepared, okay? So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you write yourself a list and create a menu, right? So what is it that you want to cook for the week and things like that? Because everything is always about the prep. That always takes the longest, okay, for when it comes to any kind of meals or any food. And that's why people get discouraged in the kitchen to say it takes up too much time, right? But also, that's where I come in, right? But with that being said, always be prepared. Prepare yourself ahead of time, because then that's when we don't end up going and eating garbage foods, right? That's how we are when we prepare ourselves and prepare our minds. And this is with anything that you may do, whether it's work, whether it's school. At least you are able to put yourself back into a state of mind of confidence, of understanding that, okay, you know what? Once you are prepared and organized, keeping yourself very, very organized, that's important as well, no matter as we know what we do, because then it decreases the chaos, right? In our lives, in school, whatever it may be. So always make a list. I find even for myself, even with lists, which kind of sucks. Sometimes I'll be in the grocery store and it's sometimes you'll still get what's not on your list. And that's also training your brain, right? As to understanding, okay, why is it that I always do that? Why is it that I always get something that's not off my list? Because, I'll see it and then it's I can make this and I can make that. So stick to your list, okay? That's very, very important. Meal prepping is what people lack, lazy, or just don't have time. Yeah, exactly. The meal prepping, a lot of people, they don't have the time. Some people, they are lazy. They just don't want to do it, which is A-okay. That's with you. But understand this, that when we are much organized and when we do prep for anything that it is that we do, right, then we are able to give our A game. We are able to give our best in whatever it is that we put our minds to, right? So our food and all of these things. And also it's all about variety too, right? We're able to, and stay focused. It's all about the variety of foods. I love variety in foods. I'm not the type of person to really want to eat the same thing every single day for a week, let's say. So it also assists in that, in giving you various meals throughout the week, throughout the days, whatever it may be for yourself, okay? I'm a huge advocate about eating the rainbow. So eating all kinds of fruits and vegetables of various sorts, colors, you name it, whatever it may be, okay? Tree, stem, all that good stuff. Keeps the colon rolling, y'all. All right, I'm going to do my ta-da surprise. And I'm going to take out my wings. Okay, let's get a plate here. We are going to wing it out. All right, I'm excited. Let's get this going. Yes. Super yummy. I'm going to take out my trusty tongs now and just plate my wings here. Okay. And what you can do, you can also serve this with, so good. You can serve it with a side of celery with carrot sticks and some dip. Just like dill dip, so good. Just like what they do when you order wings outside at the pub. So, I am going to dive into this. You know what? I may just use my hands here. This is so good. So if you do notice it's falling apart a bit, just because I took it out beforehand, you can just put it back on the oven in order to give it more of a crispy outer coating, okay? I don't like mine, like I said, too crispy. I still kind of like it wet, juicy, but so good. Okay. So thank you for everybody for coming out today. If you don't know who I am Keisha Luke, your holistic chef, culinary nutritionist. Please feel free to share and like our page. That will help you to get notified as to when we go live, okay? Every Tuesday and Thursdays at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. For any of your catering services, for any meal services, meal prep, dinner in a bag, anything like that, don't have time to cook, don't want to cook, too lazy to cook, make sure that you hit me up. My website is there at the top, www.keishaluke.com. Stay tuned for more greatness to come. So I will see you all Thursday at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, where we will be discussing some nutritional tips and tricks, okay? So I will be posting that tomorrow. So you guys have an awesome day. Love and blessings to you all. And I am going to go and finish these wings. So I hope you all enjoyed this. I hope you make it and let me know how it tastes. Send me a message. I want to know. I want some feedback on these things, okay? So until Thursday, take care, y'all. Keep the colon rolling and health is well. Ciao.